Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is the July tarot reading for Capricorn, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video and want to see more great content like it, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And your cards won't come flying out already. But if you would like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, there we go. So, let me just lay those out real quick. Alright, Capricorn, these are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your placements, you can look up a free birth chart calculator online or get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. But these are important. I use your Vedic Sidereal transits to confirm what we're seeing in your reading. Okay. Now, I'm going to kick things off with a Celtic cross with the tarot, and then we'll close things out with a Kipper Oracle spread. I'm going to clarify all of it, but let me lay out the rest of your cards, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, Capricorn. Okay. Overall energy, we have the Strength card. What you're dealing with seems very difficult, and it definitely requires a lot of strength. This is pretty rough reading, from the looks of it so far. The heart of the matter, we have the Knight of Wands. I'm getting this, it could be you, in the sense that you want to take some action towards something you're passionate about, but I'm more so getting this as some in and out person that you've been dealing with. Someone that, yes, is very passionate, but they're kind of flaky. They don't hang around. The challenge, the Ten of Swords. Challenge is a painful ending, possibly a betrayal. Now this could also be fear, but I'm leaning that this is something you're actually going through, or that already happened. Now, your focus, the Chariot. You want to move quick towards the victory. Okay, we'll see what that entails when I clarify it. In the past, we have the Hermit. In the past, there was a lot of introspection on your own. You maybe felt kind of alone. And you were trying to heal there in the past. Now, your Strength, the Five of Swords. Okay, so this can go a number of ways. At its best, Five of Swords is tied to wanting to win at all costs. At its worst, it is conflict, mind games, manipulation. So I'm hoping you're not trying to do that to someone, but wanting to win at all costs. But Five of Swords can also be tied to self-deception, so hopefully you're not deceiving yourself here with something that you think you have the strength to accomplish. Alright, the immediate future, the Two of Swords. You have a decision to make. There are two different paths that you can take. Right now you're overthinking it a little bit, though. Now, the supportive energy, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be deception, it can be betrayal, it can even be thievery. But in this case, I'm getting it as avoiding a situation. And that's actually good for you here. Avoiding this situation as best you can. Alright, the hidden energy, the Ten of Wands. There's some hidden difficulty here. Like I said, this is a pretty rough reading. Now, hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So, you are hoping to work on something. Maybe even fearing that someone could attempt to work on something with you. And the potential outcome. We have the Star. Okay, so the Star can be a wish come true. It can be healing. It's usually a mix of both. And that's your potential outcome. So let's start clarifying, see what's really going on here. Why Strength for the overall energy? Okay. Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So you're showing me that you need to defend and kind of protect your finances, your material situation. This could be your home. This could even be your family. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I see things are growing there, but it requires a lot of strength, and you're really having to persevere. You have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands is like the wounded soldier card, someone who's been through a lot, but they're still carrying on. And we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're feeling good about this. But I'm definitely not getting that as new love with the Ace of Cups showing up. Sometimes I do, but not in this case. Why the Knight of Wands for the heart of the matter? Sorry, the Knight of Wands. I think I said Nine of Wands. Okay, Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor. Okay. So, you're wanting to take action in the form of resting, self-care. Could be that you're wanting peace between you and another person. I mean, Four of Swords can even be like sleeping in bed. This could be wanting to have sex, even. We have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Either way, I see you're wanting to slowly work towards this. I don't know. Moon is in Jeshta right now. It's the Nakshatra being overly sexual. That just came to mind. Alright. But this is something between two people. So, could just be wanting to mend things between the two of you. Because Four Swords is also healing. Why the Ten of Swords for the challenge? The Moon, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So you're showing me that when it comes to a depression, a sense of loss, you are trying to keep that at bay. Seven of Wands is here. You're trying to protect yourself from that. Trying to put a wall up. It's not quite the Nine of Wands yet, but you already showed me the Nine of Wands. So yeah, you're trying to defend yourself from the sense of loss, from this painful ending. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Maybe there was a lot of conflict, mind games, manipulation going on. We'll see when I clarify that Five of Swords up there. But why the Chariot in your focus? What the hell? Okay. For the Chariot, we have the Strength, Hangman, Temperance. So, you're showing me it takes a lot of strength to hit the brakes, to bring that chariot to a screeching halt. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're showing me that that's bringing you emotional balance. Could be you're not interested in a commitment with this person, because we did have the Nine of Wands tied up to a Ten of Pentacles earlier. That can show a committed relationship. Okay, so you're wanting to slow things down with whoever you're dealing with, if you're dealing with someone. Well, no, we already saw that you're dealing with someone, with the Knight of Wands being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. So. Alright, why the Hermit, though? They're in the past. Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Okay. So in the past, there was a betrayal, there was heartbreak, or deception, betrayal, heartbreak, in love, and that left you alone, and you were trying to heal from that. Queen of Cups, it does look like you eventually started to feel a bit better. It went from the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Okay. Why the Five of Swords in your strength? Devil, Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Okay. This is self-deception. This is overthinking. This is a very unhealthy view of love. is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, with Devil and Eight of Swords, definitely kind of obsession, overthinking. Yeah, especially tied up to the Ace of Cups. Very unhealthy concept or view of love, even. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Could be this view of love for you, and this is you we're talking about. This is your strength that you're showing me. Could kind of run skin deep with the Queen of Wands showing up, to clarify that. But either way, I'm seeing very obsessive tendency when it comes to love. Now that's lessening a bit, going from the Eight of Swords down to the Two of Swords here. So let's see this Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So, still overthinking things, weighing things up. Two of Swords and Two of Pentacles is confusion, basically. Tied to a Queen of Wands, someone who's very independent. Well, I say independent because the Nine of Pentacles is there. But someone who's very attractive, physically. Very bold, confident. You are thinking about this person a lot. Okay. Like I said, obsession, and I mentioned wanting to sleep with someone earlier. So, yeah, I'm getting kind of a sexual obsession with this person. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You want to take action and communicate with them. Okay. Why the Seven of Swords? Capricorn wants to get laid. I guess that's the name of the reading. Alright. Why the Seven of Swords? Okay. Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Must be tied up to that Knight of Wands that we saw earlier. Okay. So what's supporting the reading is avoiding what could be a lot of happiness between you and another person. Well, like I said, some self-deception going on there when it comes to love. For you, maybe you're not wanting a strong relationship, you're just wanting a fling. That's kind of what it's looking like here. But it's looking like it comes from an unhealthy place. Okay. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Maybe this is your way of telling me, in time, you want that, but not right now. Alright. Well, I have Ten of Wands in the hidden energy here. Ten of Wands, King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're showing me it's very difficult to work on things. Or at least someone is here. Doesn't necessarily have to be you. But there is some unseen difficulty here when it comes to working on something. This could be in your career even. Now, let's see, for Capricorn, your 10th house becomes Libra. Nothing transiting there right now. 6th house of work is Gemini. Right now Jupiter's there. So Jupiter in the 6th house, definitely a big focus on work for you right now, and Jupiter expands that. Also Sun is there until mid-July as well. So a big focus on work could be going on right now for you. But at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Wands. Definitely things are taking longer than you'd like, and you're having to make plans. If this is you. Which I'm inclined to say it is. Alright, for the Eight of Pentacles, though. Four of Pentacles, Justice, Ten of Swords. Okay, so no, this is tied up to that painful ending, that betrayal. Now, it could be you wanting to mend things here, but I'm seeing someone who's very stubborn about making things right. When it comes to that painful ending, possibly even a betrayal. Okay, so if this is the other person, they're showing me it's very difficult. to work on this, to make things right. Now, if they fucked up in some big way, then you already know that. If this is you, then it's somehow hard for you to work on things with this person and bring things into balance. Yeah, we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. There was a big Tower moment there in the past. A sudden calamity struck. Now, Tower's not always bad, but in this case it was. At least at the time. Why the Star for the potential outcome? Okay. For the Star, we have the Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the Sun. So, you're kind of wishing upon a star right now. I do see, in time, there's going to be a very strong romantic soul connection. That's going to bring a lot of happiness in your life. This is something you're wishing for. But right now, I see that you're healing. You're healing and you're kind of preparing for when this person enters your life. Okay. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, to describe this person that's coming in, this is going to be someone who's grounded, who's practical, who does well in the material world and financially. But, there are bulls on the card, so this person's going to be kind of stubborn. Okay. So, little advice for what they'll be like when you meet them. Alright. Also, the sex of the card doesn't matter in tarot. It's about the energy. Could be a woman you meet. Doesn't necessarily have to be a man. Alright. But, let's get your final cards. Just saying that for those who don't watch a lot of tarot. Okay. Tower, Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is kind of touching on the overall theme of this reading. Because of that sudden calamity that struck in the past, you overthinking it, really keeping yourself stuck, you're overthinking the concept of a committed relationship. Maybe you just want a fling, maybe you want an open relationship in the future, but the concept of a committed relationship is something that you're not really sure if you want right now. Which is fine. I just want that thought to come from a healthy place. And right now it's not. Which tells me you need to heal more. You need to focus on you more. You need to spend more time on your own working on yourself. Alright. Yeah. Become the emperor. There you have it. Alright. Let's look at your oracle cards now and see what's going on there. Alright, Capricorn. That was a hell of a tarot reading. Makes sense though. You do have Mars and Ketu right now transiting in your 8th house. 8th house is the house of psychological baggage. And sex. This reading in a nutshell. Okay. Alright. So, we have expectation, toil and labor, and main male. So, you're expecting that you're going to have to work very hard. When it comes to things between you and a man, or you are this man, and you're expecting to have to work very hard. Now, expectation is a card that takes time. It's usually about a few months. So, this is going to take a few months, either way. Now, we also have message, occupation, and child. So, there could be some communication here when it comes to a new beginning in work. I'm not getting this as children. You don't have anything transiting in Taurus right now, so nothing really pointing to children right now. Okay, well, let's clarify. Let's see what's going on. Why expectation? Haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. And crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Okay. So, yeah, expecting to reap something big when it comes to work or business. Once again, I'm not seeing children. Maybe for some of you, you're working on having children. But at least off of your transits from Capricorn, whether it's your ascendant, moon, or sun sign, doesn't really point to children right now. But your dashas, aka your planetary and sign-based time periods, are most important. A good astrologer looks at transits dead last. But to know those, you have to get a personal reading. Alright, why toil and labor? Spirit, heartache over what you no longer have. And boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Okay. So, I definitely see you're working through a lot of heartbreak and pain. For some of you, you're working on working hard to make a lot of money. Also, Mars and Ketu are in your 8th house. 8th house is tied to inheritance. Some of you may be getting an inheritance. 8th house is also tied to other people's money. And Jupiter is in your 6th house. 6th house is tied, well, Jupiter and Sun until mid-July, and then Sun moves out into the 7th house. But 6th house is tied to legal disputes. So for some of you, this could be a divorce settlement even. Okay. Why main male? Ear, good news. Tulip, great passion. Okay. And also working on getting laid, having sex, whatever you want to call it. Whether you're a man or attracted to men. I'm going to pull one card for those attracted to women. So, Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Now, like I said, this is just for those that are attracted to women. Now, Scissors, disappointment in some affair. So, I'm getting disappointment in your love life, sex life, both. But, right now, Moon is in Jyeshta opposite Rohini. Both of these nakshatras or constellations are tied to affairs and cheating. So, for those that are attracted to women, yeah, there could have been an affair that took place. So I don't know, if you're going through that divorce proceeding, I guess you can go to a private detective with that, and yeah, I just helped someone get a good settlement. Give me my cut. Alright. Why message? Damn it. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And wealth. Okay. So there could be some indecisive communication here, but I do see it's going to bring a lot of wealth. Maybe try to clean up that communication. It might be a little difficult for you right now with Saturn transiting in your 3rd house of communication. And Saturn's about to go retrograde, so that's kind of going to get worse. That'll be mid-July when Saturn goes retrograde, I think. But why occupation? Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And grapes, time to go out and have fun. Okay. So, you've been dealing with dissatisfaction, especially in your career. But I do see money's coming in, and you're going to be able to go out and have fun. So let's see child. Why this new beginning? Okay. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. But we have door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay. So, here, it's pretty clear. You definitely dealt with a loss, but there are new doors opening up for you. It's not being specific, which tells me that it's going to be different for each Capricorn out there. But, yeah. New doors are opening. Alright. That's what I have for you though, Capricorn. If you like this video and want to see more great content like it, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.